Hello, beautiful earth angels, empaths, cycle breakers. This is Jill Kempner, angel coach, alchemist, and author of Receiving from Your Angels. And this is day 21 of 30 days of courage, visibility, and angels. And I'm so happy to be here with you. It is a Sunday, so I am chilling after 4 Christmas celebrations in a row, 4 holiday celebrations. And I had some quiet time. I wanted to be in front of my Christmas tree before I take it down. She's already died. We always get a real tree every year. And I got a chance to have some quiet time, which was so nice. And I did some body blessings, and I also did some Angel Reiki. So I thought we'd talk about Angel Reiki today. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of a different setting this time. Okay. So I'm here to serve those highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls who are ready for deep healing, alchemy, transformation, to take what has been heavy, painful, leaden in your life and turn it into spiritual gold. And my Reiki journey actually began all the way back in 1998, 98, 99, which is so cool to me. I actually took Reiki as an elective when I was in massage school, and I loved it. And I went on to take level 1, 2, and 3 with the same teacher. And that, when you take level 1, 2, and 3, it then, they used to call it 1, 2, and advanced. Then you would be able to go on and take master training and become a teacher and be able to attune others. So level 1, level 2, and level 3, you receive an attunement, and it gives you the ability to channel unconditional love. And we're channeling this unconditional love through sacred symbols. And so you learn all about what the symbols, you learn the history and about the lineage of Reiki, where it all originated from and all of that. And I found it incredibly fascinating. Simultaneously, I was very young. I was not even 20. I think I was 20. So maybe I was even younger than that, because I went to massage school when I was 18, then I turned 19. So anyway, I was very young when I took it. And although I thought it was wonderful and cool and awesome in the moment, it didn't stay with me until after my dark night of the soul, until after I met my spiritual teacher and committed to a daily practice. So I would sort of use it like sporadically. I use a little bit here, a little bit there, but I didn't have a self Reiki practice until I crashed and burned. And I had what I call sort of storm energy. I got married. My father-in-law passed away. I got pregnant with my first child, and I ended up in the psych hospital a year later, just under a year later. So I call that storm energy because there was just a lot of big initiations and a lot of transformational experiences that I left unprocessed. And that added on to the unprocessed stuff, trauma from my childhood. So one of the things I help my clients do is to really alchemize past experiences that were painful, past experiences that were difficult. Also current experiences. I mean, if you're going through something currently, we can work through that, of course. But and usually it's something current. The angels are correcting me. It's usually something that's happening right then that has a root in the past. So the thing about the angels, Reiki and Angel Reiki, is that this modality can go back in time and cleanse and bless and clear and transform past experiences so that the now experience can heal. So thank you for that correction, angels. This is like, I love them so much. So I had a lot of, what led me to the psych hospital was just a lot of unprocessed, unalchemized experiences that were later I saw, okay, that was PTSD. I had post-traumatic stress disorder from all the stress, from the trauma, from the abuse, from all the things I had went through in my first 2 decades of my life. And then when my life slowed down, I came face to face with all of that. When my life slowed down and I became a young mom, and I was the only friend, I had multiple friend groups, but I was the first one to have kids. So now I have a 20-year-old and I'm still young. At the time, it was really hard. And so I came face to face with past traumas, unalchemized issues, and, I didn't know what to do with it. Now, granted, I did have massage training, I did have yoga training, and I actually had the Reiki training. But I didn't have the system in place, which I have now, and then I teach others, to provide a foundation of processing, of alchemy, of transformation. So the time after the psych hospital was what I call my dark night of the soul, where I was flooded with many intense emotions. I felt a lot of shame. I felt a lot of judgment. And again, needing to look at past experiences through a different, let's slow this down, needing to look at past experiences just at all, right? Instead of just plowing through or sweeping it under the rug, which I was good at both of those, right? I was great at bypassing, buffering, numbing, bypassing, exiling, suppressing. If I could have gotten an award for that, the queen. So, make myself laugh. So, I had to look at everything. And that was what the dark night of the soul was for me. It was a time where I needed to sit with a lot of heaviness that I hadn't processed in the past. And it eventually led me to Reiki. So I kind of say, that's why I always say back to Reiki. If you've been watching me for a while or connecting me, it's like, wait, back to Reiki? Yeah, back to Reiki. Because I had already had the attunement, and I studied level 1, 2, and 3. But I wasn't, the biggest thing that I've learned and that I teach my students, and that I will help anchor in for you in the Angel Reiki Immersion, which begins on January 24th, if you want to join me, and 4 other souls. 6 others, so it'll be 6 of you total. I have 4 right now. Is the commitment, the devotion to giving yourself Reiki every day. So those are the people, those are the souls that I'm looking to support. Those are the souls that I'm looking to help, to serve, to lead. And that's why I did this, actually, the Angel Reiki Immersion, as opposed to just teaching level 1 and then level 2 and then level 3 and whoever decided to come. I was like, nope, they need to be together, and we need people. I want to work with those souls who are committed to that daily infusion of love, the daily infusion of compassion, of healing. So back to my story. So thank goodness. Reiki was the light at the end of the tunnel of my dark night of the soul. Thank God it was only 9 months. I know some people who went through dark nights. I know. I actually have a client who's been through so many dark nights of the soul. We were talking about that and working to alchemize them with the tools, and it's been amazing, the growth and healing that she's had. And I know that's part of why I went through that experience, so that it's sort of rock bottom. So it was the lowest I think I've ever felt in my life that I was aware of. And it led me to my Reiki teacher. And yeah, so I studied Reiki Master. I actually ended up staying with this teacher and studying with her for 9 years. So I never went to university. Never went to traditional 4-year college. I went to massage school right out of high school, then yoga training, and then energy medicine. So I sort of make a joke that I have a PhD in energy medicine, because I studied many, many levels of Reiki, many, many levels of IET, integrative energy therapy. And through my field work, right, through my daily self-care practice of infusing myself with Reiki every single day, and that commitment to that, and angel energy every day, you know, my mind started to open, my chakras opened, my intuition opened. And I was going somewhere with this, and I'm not sure where. But it's okay. And that's I just know it works. I've been able to apply the medicine of the relax, release, receive process, which I outline in my debut book, the medicine of Angel Reiki, to basically every ailment I've ever had. And so because I'm going to keep talking about these offerings, I'm not going to go into how Angel Reiki got created today, but I will say this is what my angels are saying. So I did not create Reiki, okay? Reiki comes from universal life force energy. It comes from source. It comes from creator. I was trained in traditional Usui Reiki and the first 5 Reiki symbols. I have a lot more symbols than that, but the level 1, 2, and 3, I had the first 5 symbols. But I created Angel Reiki. And maybe tomorrow, if the angels remind me, I'll talk about how that unfolded. But essentially, you know, I'm calling, why I'm doing these videos is, well, to heal perfectionism and needing to be perfect and planned and polished when I show up, and just be able to show up and speak from my soul and trust that my heart, my soul knows what to say. But also to talk about this awesome program. So Angel Reiki Immersion begins January 24, 2026. I have 2 openings in this particular immersion group. This is the first time I'm doing it this way, so it's sort of a test. I'm not testing out training people, because I know how to do that. I'm testing out this format. And if it is something that is like just, if it lights me up and them up in the way that I'm feeling and thinking, I'm gonna do it again, and then it'll let you know about the next one. But right now I still have 2 openings. It begins January 24, 2026, and it's virtual, which is really exciting because we have several people from around the country who are going to be joining us, which is so exciting. And so what you're going to learn in that is the first 5 Angel Reiki symbols over the course of the 3 levels, the 16 associated archangels. You're going to learn about and activate the 4 layers of your energy body. And you're going to learn how to give yourself and other people Angel Reiki. There's probably so much more. Obviously, you're going to receive attunements in each class. It's virtual, so these offerings are actually going to be recorded. They're 6 hours. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. And they will be recorded, but you have to be there live. That's the other thing. Like, yes, they're recorded, but the whole point of doing this smaller immersion was that you're there live, right? Because you're going to be interacting with each other. This is going to be very live, very interactive. You know, I'm going to be sharing. I mean, there's so much to share and teach, but, you know, I'm going to be answering specific questions. You're going to be working on each other. It's going to be powerful. And then each level has a manual, a beautiful color. I hired a graphic designer a few years ago, and she did an amazing job with them. And then I taught it in 2021 and then again in 2025 this year. And I up-leveled them in 2025. So beautiful PDF manuals that you can print and bind on your own, so you can have those in your space. And yeah, I think I'll talk more about it as we go, but I wanted to start with like how I got into Reiki, right? So I got into Reiki in massage school, but then I didn't really commit to the daily until I had my nervous breakdown, right? The breakdown that created the breakthrough to taking excellent care of myself through a daily practice. That includes meditation, self-energy work, now oracle cards, and parts work, mindset work. So yeah, this feels good for today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who's taken the time to watch this, like, share. Those of you who've been following along. I want to say that I turned off the chat because it was really distracting. And I didn't feel guilty about it at all. I'm happy I did it, but it has taken down the numbers. So if you've commented and I didn't comment back, that's why it's taken down the visibility of these. But I'm also trusting that I'm creating this beautiful opportunity to get to know me better, to receive teachings through this powerful portal, right? The year 25, 2025, universal 9, year of the snake, and just everything that's here. So I'm just trusting that even though my numbers, what did they, my chat said mid offering dip or something like that. She said, oh, it's totally normal, da da da. And I'm like, okay. But I think it's just my ego. That's like, I had so many views on these ones and now I'm not having them. So anyway, I think at the end, maybe the last 3 days, I'll turn the chat back on. But I have to say it's helped me just stay more composed and more succinct, because seeing the different chats coming up, and then some of them just being like, honestly, they were kind of mildly inappropriate. So it just felt like it was a distraction rather than like a interaction. But I would like to do these more and interact when I'm not doing this 30 days. So stay around for that. So anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. We're going to keep talking about the Angel Reiki Immersion. Go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com, if you want to be one of the 2 other offerings, 2 other openings. I would love that. And if you know someone who could benefit from healing PTSD, healing chronic pain, healing autoimmune issues, moving through a dark night of the soul to the other side, invite them. Share this information, energy and information with them. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.